Hiya, I'm back in the Newlands Watershed. I'm just at the car park at the bottom. I've managed to get a spot this time. Only just though, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to head up and do the other 5 Wainwrights on Newlands Watershed today, and we're going to start with Robinson. We start off today, Chapel Bridge, Newlands Church, then work our way up and eventually up to this bit here, and then across to Blea Crags, then up to Robinson. This is Newlands Church behind me. It's been here since 1877. And today we're going to do the second half of the Newlands Watershed. So I've done 5 Wainwrights on the first walk, then I'll do the other 5 today. Today's walk is going to take us up to Robinson, which is just over there. Head along the tops, and then we're going to head all the way back down and back to the church again. Up there you can see Causey Pike right at the top, with its distinctive little bobble. Once you go past the church, you see this on the side, that's Coledale Beck, and it's looking crystal clear today. When I was doing the first one of these walks, that's where we were, so you've got Maidenmore and High Spy on that side, and then Hinescarth is over there, and this is how you get back down to the car park. But today, on a little walk up the road here, this probably goes for about a mile, and then we'll get off the track and get up some mountains. Oh, you can just see Cat Bells just over there in the distance. You probably can't see it on the camera, but there's loads of people on top of that already. Right, eventually get to this gate, and then through we go. Signpost there to Robinson, 2 miles. As you head down the valley between Hinescarth and Robinson, you don't go all the way down, you get to the end of this wall, stone wall, and then we're heading up on this little route up here. Then we're all the way across the top to Robinson just there. The reason I'm doing this in 2 halves is because it's January and the Newlands Watershed is timed somewhere between 9 and 11 hours. And there's just not that much light in the day, so split it in 2. The Newlands Watershed itself is the hardest walk in the Lake District, as in like it's very far, a lot of altitude on it, up and down. So again, if you want to do all the Wainwrights but just not do a massively intense day, good idea to do this in 2 bits. Gores on the way up, so that's just coming into bloom. One of the first things you'll see in January. That's Scope Beck, just running between Hinescarth and Robinson on this side. Eventually, 3/4 of the way up, we get to this Gores bit. Nice to see them in bloom. When I was doing the first 5 Wainwrights on this side, I did come down in the dark because I wasn't actually intending to do Hinescarth at all, but you know, can't help myself. But if you are coming across and it's dark, there is a little path that goes right across here at level, and that looks pretty safe. The way I came down in the dark, to be honest, there's a few little rocky bits there and I wouldn't really recommend it. So if you do get trapped a little bit later because you push yourself too much, then safe little path down, just thought I'd tell you. I'm most of the way up the little run now. Where I am is, there's the book, and working our way up. I've just gone so far from Littletown up through Newlands Church, on the way up past the farm, and then I'm just in this bit here where it says Brack and it's like Gores stuff, and then working our way up. So you can see it flattens out there a little bit further up. It's pretty steep though. As I'm coming up here, the bit you hit in a second, it's called High Snab Bank, which is that like flat run across the top. Then a little past that, on the craggy bit you can see, that's Blea Crags. Then the Scope Beck's just running alongside. Once we've been up Robinson, we come all the way down to the road, and then we're going down there, then up to Knott Rigg, and just over here there's a waterfall, so I'll show you that in a bit. It's pretty impressive. Wainwright says these are the more interesting faces for these mountains, and from the other side the grassy and quite boring. And if you do approach this from the bottom side anyway, there is a marsh down the bottom. He says in that marsh, the only way that water leaves it is in the boots of those passing through. So I didn't fancy starting this with wet boots. That's quite the view. Just going to take it to the edge here. It's pretty windy, but there you go. There's a little waterfall down there. Heads down to that gathering point of a little tarn, straight like down. Pretty windy, but I'll just show you this. That's Blea Crags there in the book, and then Robinson Crags is on this side. And so that is Blea Crags there in reality, and then Robinson Crags just over there. This is a pretty quiet route. I mean, you can tell by the footpath that it's not really that well worn. And I've seen nobody today. So if you want a quieter walk in the hills, does not cut bells, then this is definitely worth a go. Pretty much see what we're doing today from here. We've come up from Newlands Church, which is just down there, and then headed all the way up here. We're still going up Robinson and continue to go up the crags there to the top. Then we'll come down, going up, and then across. You can just see that ridge we're following, and then right in the distance there on the little knobbly bit there, that's Causey Pike, and then we're just heading back down towards where the church is. About 3 and a bit K into the walk. Still not got up anything yet. Still going up Robinson, but that's the valley going back down. It's cracking views. Oh, can't go up there though. Look at that. This is definitely a testing up if you're going to have a go at it. Yeah, well, this is the craggy bit. Right. I'll have to use my hands. Oh, been a few boots up here though, you can see it's a bit smoother. But yeah, a little bit of a scramble on the way. Always fun. Whip. After the scramble, you get to this sort of grassy bit. Then it's just pretty much a mixture of rocky and grassy till you get to the top. Alright, getting there now, so I can see Little Dale Ridge is just there, and that connects Scarth to Robinson, where I'm going to now. There's another little scramble when you get this bit, only for about 30 yards, but that's a bit of interest. Whoa! These are quite smooth. Get in there, come on Robinson, I'm coming to get you. I'm going to put you in my bag of Wainwrights. I spy with my little eye something beginning with Cairn. I think that is the top there. This is like pretty grueling coming up. Once I've gone up though, I've got all the joy of knowing I've got to go straight back down to the road. Here it is as we approach. Oh, well actually that's just a cairn, it's not the top. Ah, you convex hills. Oh no, it's miles away. It's all the way over there. These hills around here, they're convex, so that means they're like that. So you think you're at the top, and there's another top. Anyway, that is the top, unless there's another one behind it. So we're going over there. As I'm approaching what I think is the top, I hope it is anyway, of Robinson, it's just there. In the distance behind you can see Dale Head, that's Hindscarth right in front of us, and the adjoining ridge to this is Little Dale Edge, which is that there. Thankfully once you've hit that cairn it really flattens out, because my calves need a break. It is windy though, it's probably gusts of about 40 miles an hour on the top now. I was hoping to get the drone out, but I don't know, I'll see when we get there. Well, the answer again is no. That's the other cairn, and then look, it still goes up. So we're not there yet, but we can't be far off surely. That's a nice little bit of sun poking through. Just giving a little warmth to the day. That's the top of Robinson just there. We'll see if we can get there, but there's a big cloud coming to get me over there. I've not been up here before. This half of the Newlands Watershed's completely new to me. Anyway, look at that. It's quite a notable top. I like it. It's pretty cool actually. It's dead, sheltered. Lovely spot. Let's have a look at it. Here we are, the top of Robinson, and that's the view down. Wow. Just as you come off Robinson you can see Buttermere over there, and the town's just down in the valley. As you come off Robinson you've got to lose loads of height now, so where the road is down there, I'm going to go all the way down to the road, way down there, then we're going to ascend again to Knott Rigg up there. So after that massive climb we're now going to do a massive down. Right, let's go. On this down it's quite like shaly, so it's a little bit treacherous. There's a jackdaw going for it, looking for his tea. He's going to get one of them sheep. You'll see him pick him up in a minute. There's a few sheep there. Hello. To get to the road, we're going up here onto the grass, because it's really marshy now. So up onto the grass, and then I'm going to walk down that way. That's my target. Right, you can see this in comparison is like miles better. So that's Blea Crag as I come at it. That's Robinson, but I've come up the side as I say. And from here, you can see down, that's Buttermere itself in the distance. You can see that's what the wind's like now. It's absolutely mental. Right, Moss Horse Waterfall is going to be just there in a minute. That's Blea Crag. We're going to hit the road soon, so we'll have a little look at the waterfall and then we'll go Blea Crag. Just getting about 30 seconds breather from the wind. Well, I'll come down this quite steep bit as we go down to the road, so that's it winding down, and the road's just there. Somebody's left a couple of coats. Oh dear. It is dodgy that down, but eventually you get to this like much more normal gravelly type path. Oh, there's a dog looking for its owner. Alright, you're taking that rock. You're going to build a cairn? Go on then. One thing about going down here is you can appreciate the massiveness of this particular area. Look at that, in the valley is like just vast, sticking out. and then all the way wandering to Cat Bells over there. Got a bit more time today because I'm doing this in 2 bits and don't feel like we've got a rush particularly, so we'll go over and have a look at it. Nice little extra of this walk is Moss Force, which is that waterfall that cascades right from the top all the way down and becomes Moss Beck as it winds its way down there alongside Newlands Pass. So it's time for a sandwich now. I'm going to go sit down next to it. Well, that is stunning. What a waterfall that is. Oh yeah. Look at that. That is great. It's not all of it, it goes all the way to the top. But this is where I'm having my lunch today. Oh yes, that's a good sandwich spot. There's today's sandwich, chicken and ham. Didn't have enough for just chicken, so I put some ham in as well. There you go, wind's so strong it's blown it back up the waterfall. I just come away from the waterfall, there's 3 ladies there having a bathe. Just to see them over there having a wild swim. It's a bit cold for that for me, but you know, if you want to do that in January, then good luck to you. Right, we are going for a walk instead. We are going up here. But we're going up Knott Rigg, and it is only 0.7 of a mile. I reckon there's only a couple of hours left of this walk, because even though it's only our second Wainwright, we're now hitting them in quick succession going up. Right, let's get up there. See, the terrain goes between rocky and grassy. Oh, pretty even split. It's quite it's about a 45-degree angle, pretty much straight up, so it's quite harsh, but it's doable. Nearly there. Oh, it's muddy though. Just after you've been up that steep up, you get this flat bit. It's a bit of a welcome relief, to be honest, and then the top of Knott Rigg is like in 2 stages, so we're hitting the 2nd stage now. Right, so this is the top of Knott Rigg up there. Right, this will be the top. There it is. It's massively windy again. Whoa. It's not the top. There's the top. Oh, there's always another bit. Right, just on this, you've got a very narrow ridge on either side, and you can be seen on either side of the valley. It's quite a great one for looking at the views. But in the book he says, an advantage of solitary travel on the fells, greatly appreciated by all lone walkers, is the freedom to perform a certain function as and where one wishes. He means having a wee, without any of the consultations and subterfuges necessitated by party travel. The narrow crest of the Knott Rigg Ridge is no place for indulging the practice. However, whether alone or accompanied, walkers here are clearly outlined against the sky and in full view from 2 valleys. This comment is intended for male particularly. Women, according to the informant, have a different way of doing it. So don't have a wee on the ridge because you can be seen by everybody, that's what he's saying. So there is the top, unless there's a bit behind it, and then that'll be the top. From the road, the rise up to this one's probably about 1,000 feet. So it's like decent, but it's in stages. The first one's the stiffest. Then once you've got up that, it's alright really. that is the top of Knott Rigg. Yeah, it's the third top of Knott Rigg, I thought, but it's one of these convex mountains, so it just continually doesn't show you the top as you go through it. But that, I assure you, is the top. It's a massive range though, look at that. What a backdrop that is. This becomes like a field walk once again, as you can see down here. It's pretty grassy, it's pretty dry though. Right, that's, well, that's either a cairn marker for the top or someone's emptied the boots out. I think I've got more stones like that than that in my boot. So come up from the road, works our way up, then it's gone to this place where it says pleasant grey rocks, and then outcrop astride ridge, pools, and then up to Knott Rigg. Okay, so that's the way up we've gone. So that is the top, and the next one off our list is Ard Crags. So we're going to go down this path here and up to it, and that's Sail you can see just behind. So Ard Crags, this is pretty straight walk. You're not really gaining or losing any height. There's a bit coming up in a minute, but it's pretty straightforward. So once you've got that bit of a climb done at Knott Rigg, it's straightforward to go straight across. What we're doing now is just going down here. We'll drop down, lose a bit of height, then come back up again, and then we've got Ard Crags up there. There's the rocks. Right, but it does look quite dark as you look across, and that's all heather. So if you're coming in the summer, that's all going to be purple. This bit is like, and that's the path, but it's pretty muddy underfoot. It's like clay. It is quite a decent path this, it's like semi-rocky. Sun's still pretty high in the sky there. So a couple of hours light left. Should make it round in the light this time. So that's the walk back from Helm Crag. Pretty big. Very much getting to Ard Crags now. Up here, then just a bit further, we'll be there. The views around the side of this though, brilliant. Can't see that one. Just another waterfall over there. Whoa! There's the wind rippling through. Robinson over there in the distance. Right, so we're nearly here. Of course, there's another little bit to go. Right, that looks like it's the top of Ard Crags to me. Ooh, windy. Oh, someone's emptied the boots out. What is that? Considering the massive cairns on the other side of Newlands Watershed, they're huge, then you get like little bunch of pebbles. It's probably that dog from earlier. Now from here, it's a nice cushy little number down to the car, and you can go that way. But that's not on the Newlands Watershed. What I have to do is go down here, all the way up there, and across the top. So it's not going to do itself. Let's do it. This looks pretty steep. It's a bit brutal, to be honest. That is a hell of a climb up. Right, let's just go for it. There is a path, it's like dead faint now. I'll show you it. It's just like really just, you only just pick it out. But yeah, it's pretty, whoa, map in the face. That's why I carry a map, so you can smack me right in the face. I'm going to have to work a way up to that path and then head up from that path, but this down's not actually that bad once you get started. In fact, I've been going about 4 minutes, I'm nearly down, so it's pretty quick. Right, so that's what I'm coming down to. Nearly down now at the floor. Then I've just got to head back up to that path there. Woo. It's very breezy. Right, that's been down pretty quick. In the valley, I'll just show you the shot down the valley because the sun's poking up there, looking pretty good. It's a bit of a killer up, to be honest, but you only have to get to the path where it is, then it should shallow out for me. Right, this is it. So you go from that really uncomfortable situation to this. That's where I just come up. It's not that bad really. And then got a much gentler gradient going up the rest of it. Oh. Tell you what though, if you're doing this in one go, yeah, I reckon it's going to take a while. You've got to be pretty fit to get within the, well, to get shy of the 9 hours. But yeah, give yourself a full day, summer day if you're going to do it, because you want a few stops for sure. The place I'm headed to now is Scar Crags. That's another Wainwright. This at the side of me is Sail. So if you've not seen that video when I did the Coledale Horseshoe, have a look at that if you like, once you've seen this. Coledale Horseshoe though is probably, I think, was the hardest horseshoe in the Lake District. Other ones are like Fairfield, which is alright. It's classed as hard, but it's not as hard as that. Alright, this is harder than them both. And it's this shale path all the way up. Although it's quite a distance away up there, it's fairly regular, this path, so it shouldn't be too much trouble. Just having a minute to take this in because I'm the only person here. There's literally nobody about. See a few people on catgirls this morning, but that's it. A few people near the car parks. Don't think anyone's gone in this direction though, so it's quite a privilege to be here. So what we're doing is we're heading up and then over to Causey Pike in the distance there, then we'll head our way back down. This wind's serious. Right, there's the path up to Sail. We're not going there today because we've got to go to Causey Pike. And Causey Pike is up here in the wind. Right, if you can hear me, I'm right near the top of Scar Crags. Massively windy. It gets a bit like this. So it's very peaty underfoot, so it's only for a little bit though. It's still windy, but this is flattening out now. Right at the top of Scar Crags, probably about 100 yards off, something like that, so that's the top there. And you can see Causey Pike disappearing down there. Just a little bit of cloud hanging around, but nothing to worry about really. This is as high as I'm going to get today really, and I'll be down fairly shortly, so it's definitely coming in behind me there. You can't see Sail anymore, it's already gone. There we go then, here's the top. That's Scar Crags done, and one more Wainwright and we're complete for the day. Whoa! Stop there, it's now time for me to get out of here really. Clouds creeping in, this. You can see the side, so it's great views going across to Causey Pike. I'll just show it you so you can see the valley as it splits away there. So yeah, good run, good views. I can just about see because the cloud is at my level right now. But I'm going to get away with it, I think. So when I did the Coledale Horseshoe, that's how you finish. And then back down to the village of Braithwaite. There's definitely more up and down on this half than there is on the first half that I did. So if you want to split this in two, yeah, great idea for two shorter hikes. I'm not sure it makes them, well, it doesn't make them that much shorter. I think this whole watershed is about 14 miles. And the ones I've done are probably about 10 miles each. So obviously you've got to come up the middle twice. So you can split it or do it in one go. It's a test either way. Once you get on this side of the valley, actually, I know it's a bit hectic back there, but the top is quite flat. So when you go, it's a bit windy. So when you're going across between these last two, it's pretty straightforward. It's where you get your breath back. So all this does offer quite a bit of strenuous ups, and they're quite steep. There's also quite a bit of flat stuff as well. So it kind of evens out in the end, except for this wind. I've got on the climbing bit now, so a little bit up. I'm quite aware that the light's fading. It's a little bit craggy, so this is what I'm climbing up. Right, we're inching closer to it. At the top of Causey Pike just there. Distinctive knobbly bits. It's quite peaty again underfoot. Sort of goes between that and then this quite decent path actually. Woo! A few cairn markers around in case you're in bad weather, which I might be in 10 minutes, I don't know. As soon as I've done this, we'll head down through Rolling End. They'll be down at the village. Wow, what a day though. It's got really good views down. I know you can't, and it's like just at the edge of the cloud mass, but you can see down really well. I'm just looking down at everything I did on the Coledale Horseshoe, and it looks pretty small from here. On the final way to Causey Pike, there's like 3 little bobbles you go over, mini mounds. It's a bit up and down, but it's a good walk, and the path's decent. Today's been pretty good. It's January. I know it's windy, but it's only about, it's like 10 degrees. So I thought, you know, it's not raining, just get out. And you can pretty much. Now then, this is the top of Causey Pike. So we made it. The views are pretty good. Amazing, in fact, just a little bit in the shadow because there's a bit of cloud coming in. But yeah, we have pretty much made it. That's all the time Wainwrights done in the northwest of the Fells on what is known as the Newlands Watershed. So that's rolling in down there. I'm going to roll off the end of it into the pub. Right, let's head down. It's pretty gusty now. The wind's actually, it's trying to kill me, I think. When you're coming off, there's like quite a craggy little bit. Once I'm down there I'm alright, but it's just this bit here. Looks a bit not great in the wind, to be honest. The wind is just like shoving me round. The gusts are like, it's gotta be like 80, 90 miles an hour. easier now in the brakes with the wind because it's actually dangerously high at the moment. It's like seriously gusty. We're coming down now. It's definitely hitting around the 100 mark. Yeah, I'm calling that gale force. I've only got to go down there though, so that is rolling end, which ideally I would go up, but I think at the moment I might just head down there because this is like crazy. By the wind. It's covered in massive gusts. Right, it's not how I thought I was going to finish this. But luckily rolling end isn't a Wainwright, so actually it doesn't matter go up it or not. There is a path down into the valley I want to be in, and I'm just going to take it because, to be absolutely honest, this has now become a dangerous situation. I've only dropped about 100 yards and I'm already feeling a lot safer. If you do think you're in trouble on the mountains, just get off. That's what I say. It doesn't matter if the Wainwright's just in front of you. Just get off. You don't want to be a mountain stat. So I'm just going down now. It is windy like, but it's not as bad as it was on the top. I'm just going down to there, and then I'll be pretty much near the car park again. I'm still having to sit down at parts of this when it gets up to full gust. So yeah, right decision to come off. Do not be a hero on here, especially if you're doing this by yourself. I've got people that know where I am, you know where I've been about 10 minutes ago. I have got my first aid kits, heavy bag, all the usual stuff in my bag, just in case. But yeah, I don't want to be that guy who fell off rolling end to his death. Getting there. I think I've got 15 minutes of light left. So what I'm doing is I'm sitting down between the massive gusts of wind, and then I'm making a bit of a run for it when I can. Close-up shot of the heather there. Oh dear. It's kind of relaxing in a weird way. Weird impending doom kind of way. But I'm not far off the bottom. I'm about like 200 yards, 300 yards off. So I think I'm out of danger now. So I can talk to you a little bit. Well, it's been a good day. It started off a little bit breezy and then turned out gale force. So that can happen sometimes. It's alright though. Got off nice and safe. Pretty much dropping into the valley now. So anyway, if you liked the video and enjoyed it, give it a little bit of a like, and then I know that this was worth doing. And if you want to see more of these, then just subscribe. It's that little red thing in the corner, and then I'll see you on the next one. We're going down to the pub now, so start having to think about what you want in there, and I'll check you in there in a minute. Just give you a shot of the valley as we come down. Wow. Right, so you've got sort of cat bells over there, and this would be the whole of the watershed. If it's to come down, then obviously if you want to go rolling off the end there, you can do. But it's a big walk. It doesn't matter which way you do it, it's a big walk. So if you want to do it in 2 bits like this, in maybe not the same high winds, then good idea. If you've got a long day, then maybe do it in one go. But either way, it's pretty testing as a walk.